How you doing, people? I'm going to do a video with really important information. This information, the biggest majority of people don't know about across England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland. And I know that for a fact. 3 weeks ago, people, I made a subject access request to the health board that deals with the Southern General Hospital. And that's based in Great Western Road. Now, the reason for this subject access request was I was researching some stuff and I wanted a copy of what you call the live birth record. Now, people will say, the live birth record, we have a birth certificate. Now, this is the point I want to make crystal clear, and I require the people that's watching this video to pay attention and comprehend what I'm saying, because it's important. It affects yourself, your partner, your mother, your father, your son or daughter, right? Granddaughter, grandson. Now, the live birth record is a hospital record. It is created when the son or daughter is born, on the day they call birth, a born day I call it. Now, that's a specific record because it's the record of proof of life, that you have life. That's why this record is set up. But the consequences is that this, people are under the illusion that the birth certificate is theirs. Now, I want to be crystal clear, people, and I hope you can comprehend and understand what I'm saying. The registers in Scotland, the registers everywhere, England, Ireland, Wales, and the Crown Corporation created a document and copyrighted the name of the live birth record, the son or daughter, committed criminal conversion and identity theft. Now, about 4 days ago, I get this letter, people, right, from a man called James McAllister, Health Records Manager, Legal and Storage, NHS, GG and C, Administrating Building, Floor 2, Gartnavel Royal Campus, 1055 Great Western Road, G12 0XH. Now, in this letter it says, right, they've given me a title, right, Dear Mr. Sproul, RE, Subject Access Request made under the General Data Protection Regulation. Thank you for your inquiry regarding the access to your health records held at Greater Glasgow and Clyde. I regret to inform you that the live birth records from 18th of the 6th, 1964 you have requested have been destroyed in line with the Scottish Government guidance on retention periods for health records. Now, this is the bit I want to make clear, people, so people get an understanding of this. We've got people, the Gartnavel campus, the health boards are private corporations registered in Dun and Bradstreet. Your government, your parliament and your politicians are registered in Dun and Bradstreet, right? Now, firstly, we, the living men and women, don't have contacts with any of these, right? We've been deceived, lied to and manipulated to believe that they have power and authority, right? So the question I've got to ask the people here today is, that live birth record is your property, came from your creator, your mother, and they took that information and destroyed it without your consent, full disclosure, and you did not even get informed, even the family get informed, that there was a 25-year period to acquire this live birth record. Now, the problem we have with this, people, is when they wipe the birth record, you become their fiction with their birth certificate. They give you an entity. It's the person, the legal person, and I can verify that. And as I say, people have to pay attention at this point. On Scotland People's website, you can get an extract of a birth certificate. When I got it was £14. But it's not the birth certificate I was after. It's the receipt that comes with it. It verifies that you have an entity ID. It gives you a long number and it's the all capital name. So what's happening is on the birth certificate that your mother and father signed for, on mine, my own, well, there's capital R and the rest of the name is capital R for Robert, the rest of the name is lowercase. Capital S for Sproul and the rest is lowercase. So that receipt proves that they stole your identity, criminally converted it, and committed identity theft, fraud at the highest level. Because as I keep saying in videos, that's why your passport, your driving licence, your council tax and all the legal stuff is filled in boxes is going to be filled in black ink. All capital name. Capitis diminutio. Diminishing the capacity as a man or a woman to affixing a person, an entity, a corporation. And that's a verifiable fact, people. Now, the so-called Scottish Government has set a retention date, never give anybody any notice, of 25 years. Now, the problem we have, there's still opportunity for men and women, sons and daughters, to get their live birth record. And I would urge people right now to find out who their health authority is. Email them or write to them. If you're writing to them, make it recorded delivery so somebody signs for that letter and tell them that you are requesting a copy of your live birth record, because that is a very, very important document. It's proof of life. And this also counts for sons and daughters under 25. Yourselves can also apply for your live birth record. They'll try and mess you about, telling that you've got to get it through your mother, right? It's a nonsense, because I've challenged them on it. They tried that shit with me. They told you have to fill in a form and contact a lawyer liar. I rejected that, told them that there was no law required myself to apply through a lawyer to get that document. Now, they try to keep joined with you people, right? They try to keep joined with you. They try to contact you, right? Now, if you're applying for the people up to the age of 25 and under, as long as you're applying for your own record, you'll be able to get it without your mother. But if your mother's still alive, unfortunately, my mother and father's passed, God rest their souls, they try to fob me off that I had to do it through my mother. And I had to fill in all this form and do what they wanted me to do, but I wasn't consent to that, people. You don't consent to that. That record is from your creation, the living fact, and that's what you are. And I hope people now understand what I keep saying about the legal entity and the live man and woman, right? Because there is a difference. And if they wipe that record, you don't exist. They've wiped your proof of life. And that gets serious implications, people, because it keeps you in their system. And if you've got a live birth record, you can prove that you have life against this legal system and take it on. And that's an important part to remember. Again, where do these men and women that represent the corporation known as Scottish Government get the power or the authority to wipe the man or woman's property, the live birth record, right? And this is what the point being here, people, is this is what happens when you sit back and don't pay attention. When you sit back and let them run a savvy with the people. We cannot allow this anymore. These people representing corporations think that they can do what they want. They think they can bully the people. They think they can rob the people, pillage and steal sons and daughters, right? The biggest problem we've got is when people lose sons and daughters, it's through the birth certificate, because when the father registered the son or daughter, they weren't aware of the contract that was created. And that's where the problem is. There was no full disclosure. And as I keep saying, the birth certificate is ab initio. It's null and void because it's based in fraud. A fact in law is, if anything based in fraud at the start, it finishes at the start, right? And they've copyrighted your name, like they've copyrighted myself's name without my consent, my knowledge, and I didn't have any understanding when I came in here. I came into this planet from my mother, free, and the only thing that bound us is the birth certificate, plus the fact all our life from the education point, We've been indoctrinated to believe what we were told was the truth when it's actually all lies and deception and fraud. And that can now be verified. Please, people, this man claims to be health records manager, right? This is how they escape liability. Fictitious offices, fictitious names, fictitious corporate names. Remember this, under their masks, they hide behind it. It's a man and a woman are representing something that does not exist. And that's a fact. Please, people, this video and this information has to be shared far and wide. It also applies to people in the lands of England, people of the lands of Ireland, and people of the lands of Wales. Contact the health authority that is dealing with your hospital records, because that's where you'll get it. I've been trying long enough, people, to try and track this down, and I kept hitting barriers. But I managed to find out how and where to get this document. It's in your local authority, healthcare provider. That's who has the files, right? Please, people, pay attention to this information. It's 1,000,000% true. It's a concerning point for people. If they wipe the hospital record, they're wiping the proof of life, and you don't exist as a living man or woman, son or daughter, and that's a fact. I hope people pay attention to this video. I hope people pay attention to what I'm telling them. I would like you to share this video far and wide, all over, make it viral, because this affects everybody and families, right? They're trying to eradicate life by wiping out the live birth record, and that's really, really bad. Anyway, people, I would like to take time to thank the people for watching this video. I would like to take time to thank the people for sharing this video, and I would like to thank the people for giving myself time to be heard. Again, people, this is very important information, and it has to be made viral. And people, men, women, sons and daughters under 25 have to get their live birth record. It's proof of life. If they lose that, as far as I'm concerned, you don't exist. You've only got a birth certificate owned by the Crown Corporation. And the registers of Scotland, for example, are complicit in a major fraud against the people, because they're attaching a person, an entity, to the live man or woman. And the definition, one more time, people, is an independent existence. That's why everything in every part of their legal society, legal system, is called person. Everything, Road Traffic Act, Anti-Social Behaviour Act, Mental Health Act, etc., etc., it all relates to person. And this is where the people that watch this video right now have to take a serious look at themselves, work out who and what they are, and deal with this ASAP, because this is crucial that people get this information. And again, Scotland People website, that's where you'll get an extract. I'm not promoting an extract of a birth certificate, people. The thing I'm promoting is the receipt that comes with it. And when one gets out of this video has went out there to tell the people what's going on, they'll shut that receipt down fast and furious, because that proves the fraud. You only have one name, given name, that your mother gave you, and mine was Robert. Alright, people, non all capital name. And one very, very serious point to remember, when people were at school, we were never ever taught to write our name in all capitals. And that's where we were caught out, people. All capital name, capitis demonitio, black ink, is a sign of the dead. Everybody in this legal system, legal society, acting as person status, is dead and don't exist. And I've proved that with 2 court cases. When you walk in their court, in that box called the dock, they don't hear you, they don't see you, they don't recognise you, because they can only deal with the dead. That's why when you sit in these administrative hearings, they tell the court to rise, they're raising the dead people, and that's a fact. So pay attention to what I'm telling you. I go out my way to get the proper information. There is no misinformation here, people, right? And I try to educate you with knowledge. It's powerful and important. Okay, people? Again, please share this video far and wide and get it out there. Get this information out there as fast and furious, because people that's my age has now lost their live proof of life. But let me tell you, people, I've got this letter telling myself that this has been destroyed. It does not end there. So there will be a part 2 of this video, because I'm taking this matter further, right? And I'll explain how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it on video, but I'll explain when the video is done how I did it and what I did. Because this is terrible what's happening, people. These people think that they can dictate who and what we are. We can't allow that. Again, people, please share this video far and wide, all over. Thank you. Take care, be safe, and speak soon, people.